Oh, he told you that I'm mentally ill. Oh, he told you that I'm mentally ill. Oh, yes. He told you that I couldn't keep a clean house. Right. Oh, he told you that I don't cook every night. Rarely at all. That I hate cooking. That I complain when I cook. Yeah. Oh, he told you that I don't separate the laundry the way he liked it. Nor did I fold it. Nor did I care to try to fold it. Yeah. He said I was mean. Why was that? Why was that? Because I didn't baby him like his mommy would? Well, did he tell you? I just have a question. Did he tell you about all the times that he would fuck up at work or something, and then he would have to ask me to fix it, often for free, because I wasn't working, right? Because I was a mom of 5 kids and not keeping a clean enough house. So when I would do work for him, because he would fuck up and need me, I wouldn't really get paid for it, because I wasn't doing much anyways, right? Did he tell you that the business, his business, went bankrupt twice? Went under twice, yeah, and that the only reason why it's still operating right now, well, it's not operating right now. His business is closed. My business is operating. But the only reason why any of that is still transpiring was because of me, right? That's why it's my business. Did he tell you that when he ran it down the first time, he couldn't pay any of his staff? And what would he have me do? He would have me be the messenger and communicate all of his business owner financial hardship issues to the staff. So he made me be the one to save face, right? So how I have to wake up and think about how I'm going to tell my staff today that they're not getting paid tomorrow. And I have to think about how to do that in a nice way. Did he tell you that? Did he tell you that I handled all of that? That I saved face for him and wiped his ass and all of that? Did he tell you that when any of those people would ask when they were getting paid, or had questions or concerns for their rightfully earned wages that they were owed, that he would basically tell them to fuck off and he'd block them? He told them where they could go. I think I saw emails that he had called one of our former staff members who had worked for us for probably 2 years, maybe more, I'm not sure, told him that he was a little punk. And then would block their emails so that they couldn't send him any more emails inquiring about their paychecks. Did he tell you that? That's weird. I thought he would. And since I definitely know he would never tell you this, I just want to tell you I just want to say how fucking proud I am, because I'm starting back down the list of all of the people that he fucked over who were still owed wages. And even though legal entity has changed and I am not legally obligated to pay any of his contractors who were owed outstanding balances, I am, because I have a fucking conscience and I don't do business like that. And I don't care if I am the one that would legally be required to pay it back. I am associated with the business in itself. I worked with these people. I might be detached and keep my head down and kind of a bitch because I think I fired half of them. They all probably hate me, but I have a conscience. And I don't know, the things that you do... Sorry, there's a car coming. As you can tell, it's obviously getting real, because now the little facade, the little like London mask is gone. I don't remember what I was saying because I got nervous about these people pulling up next to me. Fuck. I don't know. Long story short, I've received like emails from people asking, checking up about getting their pay, and I want to make it clear that I am doing that. You will get what you're owed. I'm not great with messages and responses back. That's why I have, I'm not the one that talks to clients. I don't do that stuff because I am admittedly the worst communicator ever. But I want to just make it clear that that has not been forgotten about. And I was able to send a payment out tonight that, I don't know, I hadn't budgeted for it with the current, because I've been trying to figure out how to make it work the best with my company's finances, even though, because it's a different entity versus his, even though the dynamics are similar. And so the hiccup has been, and the stress for me on my end is budgeting and how to make all of that work without cutting too much into, you know, my operations and overhead, and how that's going to impact my staff if I pay too much outright up front and things like that. And he owed you guys, I think collectively it's got to be about 20 grand. It's got to be maybe more than that even. And so I don't want people to think that that was something I was just saying to like get to like win favor, because I don't need it. I know I don't. But yeah, I was able to send a few grand out tonight, and that's because someone had emailed to touch base and ask about it, and had said like, hey, like I'm in a rough spot right now, and I'm just wanting to check in. Super respectful, just, hey, you know, I just wanted to check in, because if I could get that would help. And obviously, like, yeah, fucking absolutely. And I guess I'm not like saying anything, I'm not like bringing that up to brag or anything, but I'm kind of saying it out loud because I'm proud of myself, because the dynamic with him was always that I was not a good person. I was not compassionate. I didn't have empathy. I was lazy. I quit everything I start. I don't finish anything. I don't follow up with people. I'm not good at talking to people. You know, it was always everything that I'm bad at. And a lot of things that understandably are reasons why people can't really jive with me. Like, I'm blunt, or I'm detached, or I'm awkward, or I'm not good with responses and messages. I'm not super personable if I don't know you like super well. And I have to really reaffirm for myself that while a lot of those things are true, right? Yeah, that's fucking true. Those things can be true. I'm not very personable, and I am shit with messages, and I can be really blunt and upfront, and I know that people don't like that, but that there's good things too, and that, like, I think the good things that I do have are like where it matters, like where it counts. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying it to, I'm kind of really just trying to, I have to say things out loud for myself, because I'm not one that wants to brag or like boast or be like, I'm this. I have a super strong aversion to that because of my history with narcissistic behavior, of clearly like people doing that, and he was absolutely like that. He was probably the worst one. Like, I did this for you, I do that for you, I blah blah blah. And I am not like that. I have a huge aversion to that. But at the same time, I also know that saying things out loud and feeling like I'm putting it out in a place where others will see it, even if it's someone I don't know, it validates, it helps things feel real. You know, like when they say speak it into existence, that's kind of how things work for me. And that's why I've really found a lot of healing in like posting really vulnerable things. And I know that people might think that that's weird, but it's because if I don't, even if I like were to journal about it or do the videos and just keep them to myself, like, for some reason it just doesn't feel real unless it's been validated, or not even validated, unless it's been like activated by someone else seeing it, even if that other person is not going to give me an opinion on it. Like, for something about it, there's something about it that it's just like more than me has to see it. So that's kind of just why I info dump. I'm sorry, I need to be done. I'm nervous and uncomfortable because that stuff makes me uncomfortable, to be like, look at the good I'm doing, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm being a boss ass bitch, and I'm handling my shit, and like, it just made me feel good because the person, so I had emailed back, and I felt bad because they had tried to touch base last week. I think it was last week I had seen an email, and then when I got their email in today, it reminded me that I forgot to respond to the one last week, and that bothers me because I don't like that. I'm always like that. It's not even intentional. It stresses me out because I know how it looks. It looks flaky, and I understand. But anyways, this person had reached out and said that, like, hey, like, can I check in on where that payment, when I'll get that payment. And it reminded me that I forgot to get back to him the last time, and so I wanted to make it a priority to like respond right away. And I was just, I don't know, it's Friday night, I don't know, it was been in the last few hours, it was like after the business day closed, but I was able to get back and be like, hey, where can I send it, blah blah blah, what would help. And so I wasn't able to send the full payment, and that like bothered me, because something about my all or nothing thinking feels like I need to, like, I don't want to send partial payments. And I think that that's another thing that like might frustrate people, is it's like, well, you could pay me a little bit here, a little bit, like we can set up a payment thing, or like we could, I don't know. I guess maybe if I do that and I put it down as like an actual payment plan and do it structured like that, then that would be fine. But for some reason my brain can't just like send half or like send a quarter of it and then follow up. Like, that stresses me out. And so one of his balance was larger, and like more than $5,000 larger, and I didn't want to, I don't know, I didn't want to send partial. But because he had messaged about, you know, his situation and was like, that would really help, I obviously wanted to send something, and so I sent half. Like, no, I sent a little bit over half. And I felt bad and like nervous about that. And it made me it was crazy, because I was emailing him back with the confirmation that I sent that. And then I sent my email, and I go back and I refresh, and I had an email in from him already that said something like, oh my gosh, you have no fucking idea. Oh my gosh, you have no idea what you just did for my family. Thank you so fucking much. And it's kind of made me just shaky, and it kind of just like validated things for me, because I struggle with feeling like if I'm not doing it a certain way, if it's like not my way that I would want to do it, it feels like a failure, even if it's not a failure, because like in my head, like I was upset I couldn't send the full thing. And because it wasn't the way that I felt like it needed to be, I was upset about it. I didn't feel good about it. Like, it felt, I don't like that. And then that response from him was like validating, and it was helpful to see that like I'm kind of the one setting up a lot of my parameters that make things feel like failures when they aren't. I literally just realized that. I just realized that just as I was talking. I guess that kind of coincides with like needing to let go of the ideas or expectations of how you think things should be, because in my head, like, I think it should be, I should send the full payment, because I don't know why, I just do. I need to send the full payment. But it's like letting go of that and doing what you can. And I did what I could. I sent what I could, what I felt comfortable sending for this week, so like for the budget. And this person was grateful, and it made an impact regardless of how I felt like it needed to be better. And that kind of really points out like that letting go is important, because holding on sometimes keeps you from seeing things that are like helpful or powerful or encouraging or supportive and whatever else. I'm really hungry. I want to be done. I just saw one of my neighbors walk by with a Sonic drink, and now I'm like, damn, I need to order Sonic. So, yep. On that note, I'm autistic. I'm fucking done. Autistically done. Sorry for that info shit. Yeah, I hope that you guys, I guess, you'll hear shit about me. Probably all of it is true. But the important stuff that is true is the stuff you won't hear about me. So, I just wanted to put that out there.